Good afternoon. Most high performing leaders think they have a time problem. They don't. They have a capacity problem, and it's quietly eroding decision quality, speed, and performance across their entire organization. Your calendar hasn't changed, but decisions feel heavier, execution feels slower, and things that used to be simple aren't anymore. I just want you to know something that is not a discipline issue. It's not a productivity issue. It is a capacity constraint. I work with leaders at the executive level to stabilize cognitive capacity so decision quality stays higher under sustained pressure. We've been taught to solve leadership performance with time management, productivity systems, and better scheduling, all the good productivity hacks. But here's the reality. Leadership performance is not driven by time. It's driven by cognitive and physiological capacity. I want the senior leaders to lean in a little bit. You're not paid for hours. You're paid for your decision quality. And decision quality is biological before it's strategic. If your brain is fatigued, if your nervous system is overloaded, if your recovery is inconsistent, you don't just feel off. Your signal, your decision quality degrades. This is where most leaders miss it. Capacity erosion doesn't show up as burnout first. It shows up as slower decision making, increased second guessing, more rework, reduced clarity in high stake moments. It's subtle, quiet, and very easy to ignore. But let me show you what's not quiet. Inside your organization, it becomes delayed execution, confused teams, and increased operational drag. That's not a personal issue. That's a leadership risk. Longevity is often positioned as living longer, aging well, and health optimization. And although that's accurate, it's also incomplete in the leadership realm. For leaders, longevity is the ability to sustain high-level decision-making capacity over time. That's the advantage. Because most leaders can perform at a high level temporarily, but cannot sustain it consistently. So let me tell you what happens. The leader scales responsibility faster than they can scale capacity. And eventually, performance becomes inconsistent, not because they're not capable, but because their capacity isn't stable. If capacity is the issue, then the solution isn't motivation, it's your infrastructure. Specifically, your recovery infrastructure. There are 3 layers to the recovery infrastructure, and I call it BAS. It's BAS. B, this is your baseline, your daily stability. This is your sleep quality, your nervous system regulation, and your metabolic stability. A, that's your active, that's your midday reset. Are you taking strategic means intentional, cognitive resets during the day? And S is for strategic, which is your weekly protection. Do you schedule guarded thinking time and true recovery blocks? Without this, capacity fluctuates, decision quality becomes inconsistent, and leadership performance becomes unreliable. Most leaders are tracking sleep scores, HRV, which is your heart rate variability, and wearables. But tracking isn't the issue. The issue is that you don't have a system behind it, so it feels random. You're clear one day, you're foggy the next. It's not random, it's structural. If you're noticing decisions taking longer, you're having more mental fatigue than usual, less clarity than you used to, that's not something to push through. That's a signal. And the earlier you catch it, the easier it is to correct. If this is already showing up for you and you want to go deeper into how to identify and stabilize this early, join me for my live session, You're Not Burned Out, You're Operating at Reduced Capacity. I'm going to show you how to fix it. This is going to occur May 6th at 6 p.m. And that's where I'll break this down further. You can DM me for the link, and you can also find it under the comments under the replay of this video. You can also book a private strategy call with me. The link is in the bio and in my feature section. And I'll walk you through exactly how to stabilize your capacity so your decision quality stays sharp as you scale. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you again for a lunchtime LinkedIn executive brief on Monday.